Hey guys, welcome to Day 2, Act 2, Part 2 of Pikmin.
The Forest of Hope, because everyone else is fucked.
Why is it not the Lost Woods?
Actually, I do love the Forest of Hope's theme song. I think it's one of the better tracks in the game. Probably my second favorite track in the game.
What's your favorite?
The last area music.
We'll get to that eventually.
Yeah, not for a while, but eventually.
My dolphin highlighted in green has returned to the surface along with Pikmin's onion.
Yeah, so the Pikmin, if you want to get Pikmin out of the onion, you just stand under the little beam of crotch light and then take the Pikmin out.
Though we're going to anal probe you light, as I like to call it.
Alright, I have two questions. One, how long does a day usually last in this game? And two, can Pikmin die in a natural lifespan?
Okay, well, Pikmin will only die if they get killed by something. So, like, if you leave a Pikmin alone for long enough time, it won't die due to age, but it can die being eaten or drowned or burned or stuff like that. When it comes to how long a day lasts, generally I think it's 13 to 15 minutes, depending on how often you pause to check the map or how many cutscenes you see by finding ship parts and stuff. So here we're getting introduced to the nectar I was talking about last part. So now we've got flower Pikmin, and you can notice just by walking around that they move a lot faster. So it's just a good idea to get them flowers whenever possible.
Considering there's a time limit, I imagine that's slightly important.
Yeah, it's the best thing, the most important thing to do in this game is manage your time well, which is part of the reason why I like it, because you actually have to think about what you're going to do if you want to get stuff done without losing.
So I'm the opposite. I prefer Pikmin 2 not having a time limit because, to be perfectly honest, as someone who likes to explore these sorts of games, I don't like being rushed.
Well, it's not
so the moral of today's story is, okay, saving the world from a Lord of Darkness, take all the time you need. Finding ship parts so that you can get off planet before the giant monster eats your ass. Get your butt moving.
Well, yeah, it's your own life. I mean, the Lord of Darkness will wait all you want. Will wait all you want until you actually start fighting him. Here, time doesn't give a shit about Olimar.
Mm-hmm.
That's fucked up.
But yeah, well, here's the thing. I don't think you really need to rush, because the areas aren't really so big that you have to take a whole lot of time to explore.
If you know what you're doing. The thing is...
Why exactly are our Pikmin bashing their head against a wall?
They're tearing the wall down.
Because they don't know how to tear the wall down efficiently.
But I mean, it is possible to lose this game due to time.
Are they using their flower petals as pickaxes or something? Because that looks fucking stupid.
Well, how else are they going to do it? Their arms are too short to beat it down normally.
Yeah, but I was saying it is possible to lose this game due to time, mostly because, to be perfectly honest with you, I'm someone who sees a big open area, I want to explore it.
Well, the game gives you a radar relatively early on.
Yeah,
so
but still, I like to see what goodies are around, and, well...
Failure!
The game doesn't really want you to, because there's a time limit.
The game doesn't want me to explore.
Yeah.
Well, you only need to find one ship part per day, theoretically, if you want to do that. And to be honest, even on your first time through, you can find at least 2 a day most of the time.
Tell that to my first playthrough.
Well, you just suck.
Pikmin are badass.
Yeah, the dwarf ballborbs we were just fighting, those little spotted things. If you throw a Pikmin on its back just right, you can one-shot it. But if you miss, you have to fight it normally. Well, here's the thing: you can fight enemies by either throwing them at them or by swarming them at them with the C-stick. Most of the time, you're actually better off swarming because you throw the Pikmin a little bit too slowly for you to get good damage on them. But in this case, it's a better idea to swarm. I mean, to throw. It's a better case to throw when you're fighting.
Because you can actually one-shot them.
Yeah. Like, if you're fighting the bigger ballborbs over there, you're going to want to bum rush it.
So, we're killing things and carrying their carcasses back to do what exactly?
What are we doing with the carcasses?
You put them in the onion and you get more Pikmin.
What?
What?
Yeah.
How does that work?
It's food. Have you ever played Age of Empires, Lewis? You need 50 pieces of meat, and then you get another person born, a full adult male born, because you have 50 pieces of meat.
What are the Pikmin doing? Laying their eggs in their corpses or something?
Gruesome,
How does this
isn't it?
I've always assumed that the onions are like digesting the corpses and then using the energy to make more Pikmin seeds. That's how I've always interpreted it.
Gruesome, isn't it?
Yeah. This game is really dark if you look at it objectively.
Underneath this candy-coated shell is a game from hell.
That's actually, if you've ever heard of Legendary Frog, one of his flash animations, there's a guy and he's he takes his hamster out of a hamster box and he's like playing it and happy music plays, and then he puts it into a Pikmin cage and the Pikmin just sort of feast on it with these demonic faces, and it's hilarious. So anyway, if you look to your left, we've got our first chip part. Or second, but the first real one that you get. It's an unlimited energy supply.
Hey, I have a question. How did we take off last time without our fuel supply?
We had the engine.
Right. How did we take off last time without the fuel supply that powers the engine?
It's a
We
video
have the
game.
engine.
It's a video game.
Why is it selective like that?
Well, I don't think... Well, the engine was still running, so I assume he just must have had enough gas in the tank to stay up in the air all night.
It's
Do you have any idea how much fuel it takes to break atmosphere?
He didn't break atmosphere, he was just sort of hovering in the atmosphere. If he could break...
Was there like conversation at the
That would
edges,
take
like, hey,
even more time. That would take even more fuel because you'd have to keep yourself in the air.
He has
You break
conversation.
atmosphere, you
He has
can float in
conversations
orbit.
and just to see if he's feeling like taking off today. Like taking off today? No. All right, I'll give it some time.
Well, he needs all of the parts if he wants to break the atmosphere and survive the space trip back home.
Well,
Like, if
25 of the 30, but yeah.
Well, here's the thing, if you tried to go back home, the ship doesn't even have a full case on it. He'd freeze to death in the dark cold of space if he tried to leave now. And that's assuming if he could break the atmosphere.
I'm still wondering how we even got off planet without our fuel supply.
Well,
This game is going to be a nightmare for you then.
So anyway, these are bulb
That's gonna make a lot of Pikmin.
Actually, it
Well,
only
that
makes
died
10.
really quick.
Yeah, those guys always used to kill a lot of my Pikmin just because I always thought that I should do the throw strategy, but bum rushing makes it a whole lot easier.
Bum rushing.
That's what Chugga Conroy calls it, if I remember correctly.
Yeah, because that's what it
Who's
looked
tapping
like.
into?
Disturbingly enough, that is exactly what it looked like.
Anyway, there's a Pikmin
Wow,
part.
got a lot of Pikmin.
Yeah,
67.
yeah. There's a ship part up there, but we can't. But the thing is that there's water to the left. Red Pikmin can't go into water, so we have to throw the red Pikmin onto that ledge, then walk up this route. There you go, Olimar. Then you gotta walk up the route with Olimar and get them on the other side around.
Don't get
Punch
killed
the-
by the big ass monster on the way
Punch the
around.
bulb orb until it dies.
No, that's a terrible idea.
I've done it.
Olimar's, it'd take you like half a day to punch a full-size bulb to death, though. Yes, game, I know what the HUD does.
Well, it's for beginners. Dick.
I'm pretty
anyway,
sure I could figure out what the HUD did on my first time through.
I was gonna ask, can Olimar defend himself without Pikmin?
He can do a little punch that might be able to kill some of the smaller enemies, but you're pretty much defenseless against something as big as a Bulborb or bigger.
What exactly are they doing?
He's trying to control them with the C stick.
I'm trying to push them against the wall so that they don't, so that they don't wake up the Bulborb like that. Ah, run away, run away!
Kill it.
No, don't pick up the shock absorber. Pikmin AI.
Can you throw the shock absorber at the Bulbin?
No.
No, you can't.
Oh.
Kill the bulb orb.
It's going to eat the shock absorber.
And then it just walks away. Okay, I know I'm out of your territory, but like 2 more steps and you would have had a nice lunch there, dude.
You just can't be bothered.
Fuck. I
Back to
didn't
sleep.
That's what you get for being lazy. Death.
Survival of
And
the
that's
fittest
the moral of
indeed.
the story today, children.
Did a
Don't
Pac-Man
complete your
ghost
task.
float out of
A
his
swarm
corpse?
of Pikmin will rush you and you'll take your life.
Yes, Lewis, ghosts come out of enemies and Pikmin when they die. So when I lose like 12 Pikmin at once because a giant monster eats them all, you hear not only 12 individual death cries, but you see 12 little Pikmin ghosts flying out of them, and I always feel really depressed because they're like, "Arr," and I'm like, oh, I'm a bad Olimar. I let my children die.
They're your slaves, not your children.
I love my.
With that said, Captain Falcon is a genocidal maniac.
He is a genocidal maniac. I felt so terrible watching that cutscene.
Who needs to Pikmin when you have Captain Falcon around?
But he didn't have to kill them all.
They were in Captain Falcon's way. You do not
They
get
were
in Captain
trying to
Falcon's
help.
way.
No, he could have landed coolly slightly to the left.
Doesn't matter, Captain Falcon. He had everything under control. The Pikmin did not need to be there.
Whatever.
Captain Falcon.
So anyway, you're gonna want to knock this wall down. But while I do that, I'm going to go pick the other Pikmin that I have over at the Onion. Multitasking!
Yeah, you need to be a good multitasker to beat this game.
It's fucking funny how these Pikmin destroy walls.
No, I can't help but think this game would play slightly better if it were a point-and-click game.
From what I hear, the Wii controls work better than the GameCube controls. I wouldn't know since I haven't played the GameCube port of Pikmin, the Wii port of Pikmin 1, and I only just got the port of Pikmin 2. So,
how about that? A Wii game controlling better than a GameCube game?
I mean, the game controls fine for what it needs to do. Like, I've never had a problem with the controls.
It can just be a bit difficult to move all of them in narrow corridors.
I'm just
Yeah, but
saying-
that's more just
I'm
because
saying
you've
it
got
might,
a lot
it
of-
might be easier to do things like multitask if you could zoom
If
way out.
one's dead.
Give multiple different commands to different things at the same time.
Well, it looks like Pikmin 3 is gonna let you do that because, oh god, I didn't want to do that. Didn't want to do that. Run away. No! No! I lost 2 Pikmin on day 2. I've never done that before.
I thought it was feeding on its son's corpse for a second there.
Well, actually, the small Bulborbs are actually not the same species as the large ones. They just look like them.
I love how when they go back to sleep like that, they have their backs directly to you.
That's
Just
actually
like
good.
They're asking for it.
It's a good strategy, actually, if you want to take care of them relatively easily.
What, for the Bulborbs or you?
For me, not
Okay.
for the Bulborbs.
For the Bulborbs, it's fucking retarded.
Okay,
I'm
and
having-
face wall, face wall, face wall.
Well, I'm having the Pikmin fight that wall because I want them out of the way so I can get the yellow Pikmin to grow some numbers without the red ones being in the way all the time. But they can't. But the red Pikmin can't destroy that wall, so it gives them something to do that they won't. Just so that they're not getting eaten, but they're not in my way either.
Question: what's the difference between the different colors?
They
You'll
have
see. They have different attributes.
they have different attributes.
Red ones are immune to fire. The yellow ones can be thrown very high and can lift bombs, and the blue ones can go into water.
Okay, so getting different Pikmin is just a matter of finding the correct onion as
Yeah.
you progress through the story.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, it's not really a story, just gameplay, I should say.
Yep.
Yep. The thing is that you only have to find the onions once. Once you find the yellow onion, the next day it will appear with your ship like the red onion did. So you never have to worry about like going to every time you go in the Forest of Hope. You don't have to go all the way here to get access to your yellow onion. It'll be in the main hub after the first day. I mean, the first day you find it at least.
Alright, so it's just a matter of you discovering it the first time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And Olimar is doing at least a little bit of damage to plants.
Yeah.
He's a higher life form than a plant.
I'm just having Olimar take care of those plants just to save time. Because if they're knocked down, then I can have the Pikmin get the pellets afterwards. I want
How much time do we have left? It's looking like the sun is getting dangerously close to the end there.
We've got about... Well, hold on, let me look at the clock. We've got about like a minute or 2 left, which is enough to get most of the Pikmin I want to get grown. Usually on day 2, I want to get those 2 ship parts, the Shock Absorber and the Eternal Fuel Dynamo. And then I also want to get
Yellow Pikmin.
yellow Pikmin and raise up their numbers as much as possible.
And you can't carry these pellets with the red Pikmin, can you?
No, you
You
can.
can't.
They'll take them back to their onion. Red Pikmin will always take stuff back to the red onion. Yellow Pikmin, yellow onion, etc. If red Pikmin take yellow pellets to the red onion, you'll get less Pikmin from it. You want to color code the pellets if possible. I actually do like the graphical effect though, where the lighting changes for each.
Heave, 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 heave,
Feast,
heave.
feast, 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 feast.
Sometimes I want to hear what the Pikmin are thinking.
Feast.
Oh yeah,
feast,
you can only
feast.
you can only have 100 Pikmin in the field, as Olimar likes to remind you all the time. Seriously, Olimar will make that same will have that same message appear multiple times, even though, yes, Olimar, you've already found out that 100 Pikmin can be on the field at once.
Alright, when it approaches nightfall, do you have to immediately leave the planet? Does the game automatically eject you, or can you still technically stay?
No, the game ejects you.
Well, here's the thing. When that little thing comes up, you know, it's getting dark, sunset's soon. That's pretty much your cue to wrap up everything that you're working on at the time, because soon you'll get a countdown, and when the countdown goes to 0, you have to leave.
The moon falls again.
Yeah, well, the excuse for this is that the nocturnal creatures are so strong that, like, the Bulborbs that we seeing right now will actually be awake and wandering around at night, so, it's just a lot more dangerous for Olimar and the Pikmin during the nighttime.
Gather your Pikmin, damn it.
That's what I'm doing. If you leave any Pikmin lying around at night, they die.
They die and you lose them.
Yeah. If Pikmin are in the ground, they'll usually be okay. But if you have them, like, just standing up somewhere, then they're gonna be dead. But I'll be fine, because I have all 100 Pikmin in my party at the moment.
Yep, so game...
So you don't get eaten when you run out of time, you just automatically go back to your ships and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, you automatically go back to your ship. You don't have to be at the Dolphin when the thing comes to 0. No, it's not like that. As soon as it hits 0, the cutscene plays.
Alright, that's handy to know.
Yeah, I always assumed that you would have to get to the ship yourself, and at nighttime you just have a more dangerous time because, you know, it's nighttime.
Yeah, you see those two Bulborbs are up and they're walking around. I'd assume that they wouldn't leave. I assume that they'd be a little bit more active and leave 5 feet from their nest afterwards.
Captain's log, stardate now. I ordered the Pikmin around and tried to see what their capabilities was by contacting them by the only way I know how. Sexual intercourse. They did not seem to respond well. Work out.
So yeah, this is the game. The game's pretty good about hinting stuff. Like here, it's like, maybe I should find my radar. Or, I don't think I need all the parts in order to get off the planet. Stuff like that. The game's usually good about that.
I just realized that I'm working for Nintendo, and I cannot use the word sexual intercourse. What's my G-rated term? Sexual intercourse.
Cake.
With that said, what is the G-rated term for
Cake.
sexual intercourse?
Cake.
Cake. Must have cake with the Pikmin.